Hey everyone, Cash here, back with another video from MLB The Show. And this might be our last video ever from MLB The Show 14. As Trey Cash coming up to bat here, the final games of our season. This our first season in the majors, as Trey starting this one off on a good note with the single. As just talking a little bit about the series here. This has been a very long one. I think we're probably about 45 episodes deep. It'll end up probably, I think, being around 47 once we're all said and done. But a very long series, a very long season. MLB seasons are very long. We've made it through 2 seasons. It took us a year and like a third, I would say, to make it to the majors. Of course, that being our ultimate goal. But it's a little disappointing. It just takes a long time getting through these seasons, so you're not really ever able to really get through a lot. There's just a lot of games to play, and I mean, now I pretty much only show the at-bats for Trey, and even then it's not really ever full at-bats, so without having to make the videos like 10 minutes every time, this is kind of the only way you can do it. Now, not to say that there isn't different ways to put the videos together, to cut the videos. It's been a bit of struggle. It is hard to get through a lot of these. Now, another reason for ending this series where we're at, now there is another MLB game coming out. That doesn't come out until I think the end of March is when the next one comes out. And I'm not sure if I'll be doing a series with that. Now this series, I mean, doesn't do the greatest. Not that really any of mine do the best, but the MLB games, I mean, it's definitely, I would say, a niche. There's not, you know, a ton of people, I would say, that are really into watching MLB games. It's one thing maybe to play them, which can be a little boring. It's definitely a little boring to watch them on TV, but to watch them in video form, not necessarily the most popular thing. And then another kind of thing with that is, as far as playing them, of course, the most important thing is to have fun when I'm playing these games. If it's not fun for me, then I feel like I can't really convey that into fun and entertainment for all of you watching. So there's been some frustrating moments with this game. With the game itself, there's some things about it that are just frustrating that hopefully they're improving on and fixing in the next game. Now, one of those, of course, being that this is being played on a PS3, so we're last generation here, so even a upgrade as far as graphics and that would probably be nice. But other things that hopefully they can improve in the next game. But so there's been some frustrating things sometimes, of some stretches of not, you know, really having a lot of fun, which kind of makes it hard just to even want to make the videos. So I think at the end of this this second season in total, but first season in the majors, I think is probably a good place to start. Take a little break from the MLB games, see once the end of March rolls around, when the next MLB game comes out, see if it's looking good. As you see Trey here hitting the home run. As there's a nice, good, lasting memory there. Trey hitting another home run. But we'll see what the game looks like at the end of March. See if, I don't know, maybe I can come up with a different way maybe to do the series. If you have any suggestions for those of you that watch these videos of what you'd want to see, maybe something different, maybe do an actual franchise. I think it's called a franchise in this game. Maybe not do a road to this show with Trey, or maybe try a different position, maybe do a pitcher. But I'm not sure how that would go either. But just something to change it up. I do like to keep the variety in the videos. We got the Madden stuff, got the NBA stuff. I'd like to add some more games in there. Just a lot of variety. The F1 racing, if there were some racing games that were out, I love playing those as well. I like the variety. Just keeps things from getting a little too stale. I just want to end up having just one particular thing up on the channel over and over again. So if I can come up with an idea that I think will be good and entertaining, that would be awesome. So if anyone has ideas, please feel free to share what you'd like to see, or maybe even other games if there's some other ones that you would like to see that you'd like to watch. But sorry for rambling through the first part of this one. Just kind of wanted to talk through just my thought process with the series of why it's ending where it is, and kind of just giving a little update. Haven't given a channel update in quite a while. So the only other thing to note, as far as the Thursday time slot that the MLB games normally fill, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that day, whether I add maybe another career mode game from Madden, get that series going a little bit quicker, as we are in our second season of that one as well, but that would allow us to get a few seasons deeper before the next Madden games comes out. Or maybe I'll just keep that day open, wait for another game to come out. I don't know if there's any other games coming out in the near future after we have the MLB coming out at the end of March. I know Battlefield Hardline is coming out in the beginning of March, but I'm not sure if that's any sort of game that would present itself to being playable and made into any good videos. So for now, that's kind of up in the air. I might just take a couple Thursdays off, or just throw out a random career mode game, or just something random. So we'll see what happens there. But to finally get to the game here, besides the nice home run we saw from Trey earlier, it's a continued middling of successes and failures here, as Trey 1 for 4 in this one. As we're back at home, we're playing the Angels. Bottom of the ninth here, Trey with the opportunity to put the tying, possible winning runs on the board, but instead we're going to ground out to the shortstop to end it. So the Angels win the game, and Trey is back up actually pretty good in the series. 5 for 11, home run, double, a couple RBIs on the board as well. Bottom of the second, 3-0 count. Trey not taking the walk, instead the line drive out to the right fielder, as maybe should have taken that pitch, but we got something we were looking for, jumped on it, just not really the contact there. Trey going to end up, I believe he is an 80 overall. Very hard actually in this game, and I cannot recall, I don't think there was the option to change it, but I think there was an option at the beginning of this of how fast you wanted to progress your player, which I guess we are only 2 seasons in, but it is very hard to progress your player in this game. You really get a lot of your points from home runs, RBIs, things like that. And Trey, only 6 home runs this year, only 30-something RBIs. The average, not the best, so it is pretty hard for us to progress. And that's where, you know, we really never got our contact and power up enough where we could consistently hit the ball and hit the ball for power. So I'm actually going to jump in here. This is Trey's last at-bat, and he is going to pop out to center field. That would do it for the game. We are going to lose the last game of the season 5-4. And now let's take a look at Trey's stats. He ends up playing 100 games in the majors. We go 262 for the average. We hit 368 in AAA to begin the season. As Trey, you see there, AA 317, AAA 273, but a career 262 average in the majors in that one season. 13 doubles, 44 runs, just 1 hit short of 100 this year. 3 triples, 6 home runs for us, as 5 and 5 the previous year, actually 8. The first year, 11 then this year. 36 RBIs for us, 7 stolen bases, caught stealing once, and 15 walks. Not a ton of walks for Trey. Strikeouts only 52. I'm surprised that was actually that low. Trey actually avoiding the strikeouts a decent amount. Hit by pitch just 1 time, and then fielding 4 errors for Trey, but a 98 fielding average, so pretty good fielding stats. And then the standings here, and actually interesting, I never even noticed, we were only 4 games out of second place. Not that that would have equaled a playoff spot, but pretty interesting. I guess we weren't actually that bad. And then the stats here, you see Trey, a 80 overall, top of the organization for shortstops, but it will end for him here. That is going to bring us to the end. That ends our season, ends our road to the show with Trey. Now, one interesting thing, I'm not sure exactly how it works. If we do decide to continue into the next MLB game, I don't know if you can transfer your player from a PS3 from a previous year to the new year. That would be something interesting to see if that is possible, so we could continue Trey's road to the show. But that's up to whether we want to continue with a shortstop or start a new position. Then that really wouldn't matter. But for now, this is going to bring the end to Trey Cash's road to the show. It's been a good one. It's been a quick one. Well, not really quick. It's been very long. Many episodes, many hours. But I hope you were entertained nonetheless. I thank you very much for watching. We will see Trey Cash again soon. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give it a like. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.